I won't lie, this is a topic that terrifies me. Guys, I have been reading all day. I have got books everywhere. I've been listening to lectures. I have textbooks, articles, magazines, just trying to get my head together. Because the more you know about it, the more complicated it gets, if I'm honest. What we're hoping to do tonight is basically, the intention is to leave the CAM followers having a little bit more understanding, a little bit more respect at how complex it is, how to use it safely and effectively, and just try and get rid of some of the myths, try and get some clarity about the whole topic. So, hey guys, say hello to everybody already. Hey, New Jersey, Eileen Roberts, nice to meet you. Let's crack on. So for anybody that really doesn't know anything about laser therapy, which is known as photobiomodulation, let's just start really simple. Let's talk about with the light spectrum. So let's just explain so people know how influential the whole light spectrum is. Talk us through it.
Well, light is made up of photons. Photons are emitted from atoms, stimulated atoms, and they cover all frequencies, starting at very, very high frequencies in the region of 10 to the 20 hertz, okay, down to 20 hertz, even as low as that. So 10 to the 20 is, what's the call now? There's a name for it, but I'm not, I lost the actual name for that volume, but 10 to the 20 is incredible. If you talk about, for instance, a gamma array at the highest frequency, and if you represented it by, say, 1 centimeter on a piece of paper, then to represent 1 second's worth of gamma radiation frequency, if you like, on an extended piece of paper, it would have to be 127 trillion kilometers long. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the high frequency that represents. Okay. So
can I just tell you guys, one day I phoned David and I was just phoning up for a chat, and he was like, "Oh, I've just been spending some time thinking about what the volume of the universe is," and I was like, I was thinking about going to Tesco's personally, but that's okay. So let's just get the spectrum. At one end, we've got radio waves, which are very, very low frequency.
Compared.
Long wavelengths. And at the other end, we've got our gamma rays, which are very, very high frequency, so very, very short.
Yeah, and in between, you've got the X-rays, you've got the ultraviolet, you've got blue, down to infrared to long infrared, which is you feel is heat, down through to radio waves, and radio waves from the very high ones, which are similar to photons, but they're not photons. There are continuous wavelengths down through to the things you use in your microwaves and things like that, right down to radio waves, which you use on typical radio transmissions and television transmissions going from satellites and things like that. Microwaves used for satellites as well, but right down to the very, very low frequencies. I think one of the most interesting frequencies is the one that affects everybody, and the light in this house, for instance, is on 50 hertz. I know in America it's on 60 hertz, and that's a frequency that is part of that spectrum. But the whole thing is that these things transit, okay, whether it's the very high one or the very lowest one, they transit through a vacuum, that is space, if you like, at one particular speed, which is just under 300 million kilometers a second. Yeah, and that is the fixed speed of every single one. So the common characteristic is that they travel, and also they're particles as well. They have the all light, for instance, not going down to the radio waves, but if we talk about light, all light is made up of photons. Photons are particles in that they're individual and they have a frequency. So they can be treated as an individual entity, but they also have a